It's recording.
Okay.
One of the main responsibilities of a job. Is it on now?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the main responsibilities of job specialists to do their job, which is make calls, be on time.
Yeah, hold it.
That's good. You want to read it?
Yeah. Hold it. Just make sure I write it down. Okay. So the main responsibilities are to be on time and to take calls,
Do your job.
do your job.
Yeah.
That's always
Okay.
a good thing, huh?
Yeah.
Do your job.
Do your
Okay.
job.
What is the difference between a job specialist and an employment specialist?
It's kind of obvious. Job specialists, employment specialists, they're not the same.
In this company, what's the difference between them? Like, what would an employment specialist would come into work to do what?
Take calls.
And then a job specialist would come into work to do what?
Take calls.
What kind of calls does the job specialist take?
Incoming, inbound
Calls about what?
about immediate goals, helping people with finding positions, jobs.
So is it a very similar position to the employment specialist?
Obviously, one is job specialist, one is employment specialist. I mean,
Is
That's
job
a-
Isn't a
short
job
term?
having an employment?
Is job short term, employment long term?
no, that would be the advisors do the long term.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like we're getting nowhere. All right. What are the normal day tasks of a job specialist besides taking calls? I mean, you're.
And doing your job.
We know that you get
Lunch.
lunch.
Mhm. You get a couple breaks.
Hey, breaks are good.
Okay. All right, and
What does a normal workday look like for the job specialist compared to the employment specialist?
See that? That's what a normal day looks like.
What about inside the building? What does
See
it
that?
look like inside the building?
Right there. That's inside the building. That's what a normal day looks like.
So kind of blah.
all right. So what? How do you move up in this company? How do you do you?
Usually take the elevator.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
How do you progress in this company?
With
How do you progress
jobs.
with your job? Then move up to the management position that you guys have and stuff like that.
Well, I mean,
It's not just from showing up to work on time and taking breaks.
no. Do what you're supposed to do, right? Do it well.
And what is it you're supposed to do besides take calls and be more customer service?
Make sure you take your lunches on time and take your breaks on time.
How quickly can somebody move? So someone doesn't come into the company and be a job specialist, and then 2 days later they're in management. There has to be some sort of information and training that goes
No,
on.
I've
They
never
don't have
seen
a
anybody
difference.
2 days in management. There's only one exception. One person came in management, that's it. But there's nobody that 2 days. They came, started, and 2 days later they're in management. Never happened.
Okay. What's the company benefits of working up Soft Rock? What's
The
the perk?
benefit,
Yeah,
I
what's
don't
the
know those
perks?
off the top of my head, but on the BSA or anything, you can look them up. They got benefits as far as PTO and things like that.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean, what's the benefits of working for this company?
Like,
I
what
mean,
do you enjoy about it?
Yeah, what do you enjoy? Like, what drives you to come to work every day?
Helping people.
Helping people. Never getting something. Okay, helping people with their career choices. And the job specialist, what I'm more asking for is, are you asking for to get into the job, or are you more or less just getting their foot in the door and moving it over to a career specialist? Or understand what I'm saying? Like,
No.
I know the job specialist is the first person to come in for the interview. So,
Okay.
so how do they move along from a job specialist to an employment specialist is my option. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
No, you ain't making too much sense.
You're making too much sense.
You're not making too much.
All right, the company benefits of working here, helping
I still
others.
don't understand. So, an employment specialist's day looks like what? They come in and they do what task?
They come in, first thing they do is clock in, then they go to their seats, then they log in, they click begin receiving calls,
Okay.
they start receiving calls, they talk to people, then they take their break when they feel like they have to do something, take their
And
break.
then they just finish out their day, kind of.
Well, they have to go to lunch first.
Oh,
Okay.
gotta go to lunch, gotta
Yeah.
eat.
Very, it is very important that you take your breaks wisely and go to lunch on time.
And so then that's what the employment specialist does. What about the job specialist? What do they come in and do for their day?
Let me explain. Okay, so they come in, they clock in, okay, they go to their computer, then they log in.
So
they
you get the
click
same thing over
they,
and over.
They click begin receiving calls.
Is there any difference between the two? Are they doing the exact same thing?
Yeah,
I
what
told you
kind-
the managers. I'm a job specialist manager, employment specialist and employment specialist managers.
What kind of calls are the job specialists taking? What are the people saying on the phone?
They're saying hi.
What are they looking to
They're looking
find out
for,
about?
They're looking for jobs.
So they're people that are job specialists are the same thing as an employment specialist, or what's the real difference between the two positions?
The name, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The calls are both inbound. So
Is it on the same, are they taking the same calls? An employment specialist and a job specialist taking the same live calls?
same live calls?
Are they taking the
No,
same
because,
calls?
because if I sat next to you, right?
No,
Okay,
I know
well-
we wouldn't take the same call.
Okay.
I'm saying, are we getting the same calls as an employment specialist is taking as a career specialist?
Job
Or
specialist.
job specialist?
What specialist? I'm confused. What
All right,
specialist
Too
is
many
it?
specialists.
There's a job specialist and then
Uh-huh.
there's a career specialist.
Are you sure?
No,
Employment.
job
Or employment
and
specialist, I'm
employment.
sorry. Employment specialist.
Uh-huh.
And I'm asking, are they taking the same calls
No,
from the
we're
call?
not taking the same calls.
What is the difference?
Well, like I said, if I sit next to you, I'm not going to take the same call as you.
I know
Every
you're
call is going to be different.
Right, right. Is
The-
is the inquiry of the call basically the same? Are they both looking to find out the same information, whether they're talking to a job
Yes.
specialist or an employment
They're
specialist?
both looking for immediate jobs.
Is one
So why would you get referred to one versus the other?
I don't know.
How would you end up on the phone with either a job specialist versus being on the phone with an employment specialist?
How would you? Huh?
does one come before the other? Do you talk to a job specialist and then talk to an employment specialist? What are the how does those calls vary?
No, not on the same day. No.
What
So-
would get you, if you're a caller, what would get you put with a job specialist versus what would get you put with an employment specialist on the phone?
Okay. Dial. I think it's different numbers.
So it's just a random thing? It doesn't really matter who you're talking to?
If
You're
it's
going to get the
different
same
numbers,
answer?
it's different. It's different calls. It's different calls. So they're two different jobs. But I'm saying.
No, yeah, they're probably different numbers.
You're a trickster, aren't you?
No.
You mean yes?
Yes.
Anyway, I believe my time is up.
All right.
Oh, goodness.
Is it? Oh, you guys got 1 more minute to
Woo.
plead the fifth.
With the
You
fence.
plead the fifth. What are...
Just don't hold me over the balcony like.
We're gonna shake you
like,
down.
Like Suge Knight and Vanilla Ice.
How
Just
do I
don't put me over the
stop
balcony.
it?
I didn't do
Yeah.
nothing wrong. I promise. I don't know who's watching through the glass mirror, but I didn't do nothing. I promise you. I
Because
didn't
all
do
of our
anything.
people are.
How do we stop
Oh.
it?
Right there on the top.
See you guys.